Tug lightly on this bowl of mine. Well, my screen has seen some better times. Well, my buddy poked a hole, now my weed falls deep inside. Please tug lightly on this bowl of mine.
Good evening, I'm Coulter Wonkite. I'm already into the 420, damn it.
You're listening to 420radio.ca, Canadian Cannabis Radio.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Hello. This is the 420 radio show. We are live here at 420radio.ca. I got the guys with me. Hi, guys. Well, two of them anyway. Somebody's watching a baseball game or something.
Oh, a hockey game.
I know that.
Yeah. Oh, what's the score?
I don't know. What's the score?
2-1. They're losing again.
They haven't been doing good this year.
No.
What team is it?
Toro Bearcats.
Never heard of them.
It's Junior A.
Junior A?
Yeah. It's our Junior A team.
It's not
It's
an NHL.
it's the step below you. It'd be the step below the OHL.
Right.
Oh,
Or
okay.
university.
Or for us, it's the QMJHL down here in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Well,
Me and
That's
Darcy
our
are gonna have a fight.
why?
No, we're not gonna fight because we both agree on the same thing.
But why would you want to
No,
fight
but
with
you
each other?
told me. You told me that I was wrong.
No, I didn't tell you you were wrong.
Yes, you did. You said I'm even
No.
shocked. Yeah.
No, I'm shocked, but I didn't tell you you were wrong.
No, I think that what you read is wrong.
That could be debatable.
Okay, so let's throw the question out there again.
I thought we were gonna wait until my segment.
Well, no, this
Unless
pissed
you
me off.
Unless you want to do it now.
No, let's save your segment. We'll do it later. I'm gonna kick
I'll
your ass
let
later.
you stew a little more, Marcel.
Yeah, I'll just kick your ass later.
I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
F1s, 2s, and 3s.
Oh, okay.
And 5s and 6s and so on.
Oh, what you were talking about before I cut you off.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So what is polyhybrids and IBLs and land races and all that fun stuff.
Well, let's talk about that stuff later. First, I want to talk about.
We are.
We
We already decided that, Al. Come on.
I want to
Catch
talk
up.
about Donald Trump.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I haven't been following.
You
it,
want to
actually.
talk? You didn't come to the chat room, you liar.
I'm coming. I'm getting there. I've got like 40 things that I have to do before I can come in the chat room, buddy, and that includes roll a joint.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to
I got to clean my glasses because I can't see anything.
So, anything good in the news this week?
Cops going to jail in Halifax. That's always good news.
Well, tell us about that.
Oh, he's a weed that decided to punch a homeless guy. He punched him in the face. Unfortunately, there was a camera that caught it all.
Ooh. Well, isn't that pure stupidity?
Well, so stupid that he gets to spend the next 90 days in jail and loses his job.
Whoopsie. What was his reasoning?
If a cop gets fired, how hard is it for him to get a job again? Think about it. Who's going to hire a cop that got fired? Maybe mall security, becoming mall cop or something. But he's been fired because of excessive violence. Like, seriously, he's got to find a new place to live. Nobody's going to hire him.
We've seen movies over and over about the guy who gets suspended, the cop who gets suspended in the U.S. and just moves to another state and starts another job. I think that it is to the privy of the state or city that they're in, I guess.
But this wasn't the States. This was Halifax.
Yeah.
So you now have a cop with a criminal record for violence that's out of work. How's he going to get a job? Who's going to hire him?
The cannabis.
If you were a business owner, would you hire him? He brought in his resume.
It depends on how badly I needed security and for what, I guess.
I guess if you need someone to rough somebody up.
Yeah.
Hey, there could be an opening for him in personal security. Become somebody's bodyguard.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, he didn't beat you up because he got mad.
Yeah, no. I think he'd be smart enough not to bite the hand that feeds him. Somebody hires him, he better take it as a career and think of it as a lifelong job because nobody else would ever hire him. So ideally, he wouldn't beat up his employer, I would hope. But although he beat up an old defenseless homeless man, so
I went after one of my supervisors when I worked for Whackin' Hut.
Whackin' what?
Never mind.
What's Whackin' Hut?
Security company.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was being a bit of a dick, and
that's what it was called, was Whackin' Hut?
Whackin' Hut Security. Yeah, they're actually very big. I don't know if they're still around anymore, but they're a British. I think they're a British company, but I worked for them for a few years ago. In my 20s.
I'm going to go look up Whackin' Hut because to me that would just sound like some nasty little tent out in the woods.
They used to do the security at Toronto International, so they're a pretty big company.
How do you spell Whackin' Hut?
I don't know. You figure it out. Whack your smut. I don't know. All right.
There, fuck, I spelled it right the first one. First time, Whackin' Hut Security.
There you go. Are they still around?
GS4 Secure Solutions. No. Security job, guard job weekly.com.
Yeah, it's just I worked where like Toronto East General, at Goodyear Tires, a few places.
G4S Whackin' Hut.
They've changed names then. They've amalgamated.
No, they're in South Florida.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't think you were there.
I'm sure that we could entertain people with much more interesting information other than Whackin' Hut Security's information, buddy.
I don't know.
You do entertain me every Friday night.
Whackin' Hut just seems like a strange name.
Oh, God.
Maybe I should go eat a bowl of ice cream. Maybe.
There you go.
Then I would just bust out laughing at Whackin' Hut.
It's the name It's the name he likes.
I don't like it. I'm confused with it.
It's the name.
He's trying to figure out what he did there, Al.
Yeah. I was a security guard, for fuck's sakes. That's what I did there.
Yeah, but that's not how you said it. I worked for Whackin' Hut. So.
Oh, okay, I get you.
I get
you. Yeah,
go sit in the hut and you pleasure people.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, coming from me, I could understand that. Shut the fuck up now, Marcel.
Well, hey, just going with what I know, dude.
Yeah, sure. Here, I'm going to give you a link. Share it, would you? So, all right.
You get royalties still off your porn sites?
Do I get royalties off my porn sites? No.
Not your porn sites, but all the porn movies that you starred in.
No. Never did a porn movie in my lifetime, buddy.
That wasn't you?
No, sir. No, that wasn't me. No.
Wow, dude, looked just like you.
Yeah, sure. You're in a weird mood today, dude.
Hey, Al.
Yeah, buddy.
I thought that was you with Ginger Lynn.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah, no.
That was
Can't
so
help you
good.
today.
That was so good of you to share the show to us.
We've had porn stars on the show though.
We could again.
We could again too. Yes, it's just an invitation in the wind, so to speak.
In all honesty, you have no idea who might have been in porn or not.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is the age of
Aquarius.
Everybody using their phones for everything. So,
I think that if the question is asked of you, have you ever taken a naughty picture with your phone, and you say no, you're a liar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I don't care who you are.
Actually, nope. I can honestly say, you mean a picture of yourself or of someone else?
It doesn't matter. A naughty picture.
Oh, then I'm out.
Okay, so that's what I mean. I don't.
But I've never taken one of myself.
I've taken pictures of my junk before. Many. When I first got a phone with a camera on, you just gotta. It's a different angle.
It's a different angle.
I can honestly say, out of all of the phones that have cameras, you'll never find a picture of my junk on one.
Well, I didn't say you'd find a picture of it on there. I just said it's been tried.
But even in the deleted histories and memories, you would never find it. I've just never done it.
Yes, just remember, people, your phone is never really completely erased.
That's right. Just because it's deleted. Hey, I used to make good money recovering data off of hard drives that were erased.
That's illegal.
No, I did it for the people that accidentally did it. Like for businesses and things like that, somebody wipes a hard drive.
So did anything interesting happen in cannabis this week?
Darcy tried to poison me.
No, I didn't try to poison you.
I haven't smoked it yet.
I know you haven't.
Why don't you
I'm
smoke
not
it
dead.
right now?
And you not likely will. I have a funny feeling you'll give it to somebody.
And then you're going to get beat up.
No, I won't get beat up. But no, I don't think you're going to give it to the significant other.
Oh, yes, I will.
Maybe the one I gave the bomb to.
I hear a couple of them out there that are talking it. I could just slip that out there and say, try this.
Yeah.
Your wife listens to the show, right, Marcel?
Not live.
Oh, she used to.
No, she has company.
Oh.
I can hear them out there talking. So if I just went out and said, hey, try this bud. Let me know what you think of it.
Go for it.
And if you have a problem with it, then you can punch out Darcy.
Go for it.
No, you don't have to say that at all.
Say
don't punch
no.
me
How
up
about
if
this?
It ain't mine.
How about this?
It's not mine.
How about
I
this?
said I was going to smoke it on the show, and I'm afraid to.
So why don't you do this, Marcel? Why don't you take it in and do that, and then say, come in and tell me what you think of it when you're done.
I got to try and see which one is which again.
Huh?
The tighter one is the critical mass.
That's what I thought, but I gotta dig out the bag here. Oh, I should open that other bag. It's probably sweated enough
Wow,
now.
somebody's got some zippers on that bag.
Oh, that's cooler.
It says travel bag, a cooler.
Which one went in the big bag, Darcy?
The big bag or the big bag?
Oh, the big bag was the M.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right, it's not much there.
M stands for marijuana.
You just hang on. Oh, it's like a dab bar here. You didn't have to blow up my face. You didn't have to blow up my face.
I didn't.
Here, I want you to roll a joint. This is awesome weed from
Don't
Darcy.
do it, Chrissy. Don't even do it.
No.
They can't
It's
hear
not
anything.
awesome. It's
I have
not
that on.
awesome. It's not awesome
you
weed
can
from Darcy at
Roll
all.
that up, smoke it, and then come and tell me what you think of it.
Live reviews on the air with Marcel in a helmet. He'll have
That's
a
okay.
helmet on
You'll
when
know.
they come back in.
It should honestly knock you on your ass. That's it. Darcy, I'll tell you after you smoke
No, Darcy didn't say that.
it. Darcy says it's awesome. That's all that matters. I have
Tracy,
Darcy in my
I hope-
ear right now saying it is excellent. You're going to love
Marcel's a liar.
Everyone out there in Radio Land, pardon my
it.
language. Fuck off,
I love
Marcel.
headsets. Oh, yeah, well, let's just...
I plan on getting going green. You didn't see me green last time.
You're going to green out?
I greened out one night.
Yeah, see, that's just embarrassing.
I had to send Leslie home. She didn't dry. Oh, I went right gray, pale. Thought she was going to puke everything. Oh, my God.
Hey, Al.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, Darcy, this one might do them in then. If she greened out off what she was having here, she'll probably really green out off of this.
I doubt it.
Oh yeah, this one's got to dry yet.
Now the stuff that you were drying, give that another 2 weeks and smoke it. It'll be really nice.
Yeah, gotta find a place to dry it.
But the other two I gave you aren't mine. I repeat, they're not mine.
I won't take claim of that. I won't take claim to that.
Whether it was good or bad, I'm not taking claim.
You got no balls at all there, Darcy.
We will see.
No, I just am very...
All right, I'm going to roll one of these up, Darcy.
Cannabis conscientious.
That's why you gave this to me.
Yes, I did.
Knowing exactly what I would think of this strain.
Yes.
Knowing what I've vocally said before about this strain, you gave it to me.
Yes, I did. I didn't say I have a funny feeling. I know you're not going to say it's the worst thing you've ever had in your life.
You know what, Darcy?
But I also know he's not going to say it's the best thing he's ever had in his life either.
All I heard there was
Why? Was there something wrong with your hearing? Do you need it repeated?
He was listening to me whine, Marcel.
What's your favorite paper?
My favorite paper?
Whoever. Well, there's three of us here.
My
Marcel.
favorite paper is Blue Zigzags.
Really? You like the thicker
Yeah.
one? Oh, no, that's the thinnest one, right?
It's a thin paper. It's not the thinnest, but it's a thin paper.
What's the thinnest
but
one?
There's a reason that I like them.
I like
because
the
my
whites.
joints are different than everybody else. My joints are oil joints.
Yes, they're the thicker ones.
So it's a little bit. The white zigzag is really thin.
That's the thinnest, isn't it?
Right. The problem with that is the oil can bleed through.
Yeah, I mean, although I've always used zigzags. Always, I don't like the player's paper. But you know what? Let me tell you something. If I had to use, if I didn't have any zigzags, I'm more than happy to use a gazette paper.
Oh yeah,
because it's very similar.
I like Rizzes. I mean, there's.
I don't like the Riz. I don't like the Rizzles.
I don't mind Riz.
No, if I was going to say,
I don't mind raw. I like the raw hemp ones.
I don't like raw. I don't like the taste of them.
These are all papers that I would use in my roller and roll big fat joints.
Yeah,
I'm a bong guy.
I'm a hand roller.
Yeah,
I like to cup it in my hands and roll it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for somebody to message me something. Ow, that's dirty.
No, too many pregnant guppies that way.
Too many pregnant guppies.
Seriously, you look in my joint case, and every joint is identical. There's no pregnant guppies anywhere in my joints.
Why not?
Because I don't like pregnant guppies.
Do you want to listen to a song?
What's the song?
The song is Rag and Bone Man, Human.
I don't think I've ever heard of Rag and Bone Man.
Well, let's change that,
Or
shall you?
Or a human.
Yeah. So this is the 420 radio show. And come on in our chat room at 420radio.ca or lifestyleradio.ca or where else? Lifestyleradio.net. Forgot about that one. We'll be right back.
Maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm lying. But I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Take a look in the mirror, what do you see? You see it clearer, or are you deceived in what you believe? 'Cause I'm only human after all, and you're only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me. Some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Don't ask my opinion, don't ask me to lie, and beg for forgiveness for making you cry. For making you cry. 'Cause I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put your blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Oh, some people got the real problems. Some people out of love. Some people think I can solve them. Lord heavens above, I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I made mistakes. I'm only human. It's all it takes to put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. 'Cause I'm no prophet or Messiah. You should go looking somewhere higher. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. I'm only human. I do what I can. I'm just a man. I do what I can. Don't put the blame on me. Don't put your blame on me.
And we are back. This is the 420 radio, and they have nurses at Costco?
Supposedly. Somebody on Facebook said that her son had a seizure in the car and stopped breathing, and the ambulance took almost 20 minutes. Thank goodness for the nurses at Costco. Yay for Costco. I didn't know they had nurses.
They have those doctors' clinics now in Costco's, I think.
Really?
I know they have one over here.
Oh, right. I was supposed to roll up this shit. I mean, this wonderful bud.
Marcel,
Darcy,
fuck off.
do you have the same? Do you have any there, Darcy? Do you have any
bud?
theirs? Yeah, of that same bud?
No, I only got 5 grams of each to try it.
Oh. So, do we have anything cannabis that we want to talk to about in this segment?
Any what? Cannabis?
Any cannabis? Anybody got any cannabis? Is there any cannabis in the room?
I might have a little.
Anybody have any cannabis?
I got some really nice cannabis last night. I got some Sherp Crasher.
Cannabis. Let's just sit here and say cannabis all
I
night.
have some really nice sativa. Oh, look. I think I found a seed.
Why didn't I name this the Cannabis Radio Show?
Darcy gave me a seed.
Huh?
You got a seed?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I do. I should grow this out.
You should. You should. And I'm being sarcastic as fuck here, Marcel. Pardon my language.
You got any of this that you can send me?
To grow this shit.
I'm jealous. I want some.
No, you don't, Al.
Okay.
You really don't.
All right.
You know what's bad when the breeder of the genetic tells you
Never
don't
smoke
fucking
it.
grow it. And don't grow it.
Yeah, he's don't ever fucking smoke it. Don't ever grow it. And he was the breeder. But
what does that say about your resume, buddy?
Not me. It wasn't mine.
No. You got to realize why this was bred too, though.
Okay.
It had a particular purpose.
It
why
was
it
bred so that Marcel could sit here
days.
and dump on this strain.
It'll do the trick for 3 days, 4 or 5 if you're a lightweight. 1 day if you're smoke a lot, and if you're a chronic, just don't even waste your time.
No, I mean, I'm fully expecting a half decent buzz, but I know I would never get a buzz out of another joint.
That's why he's only got one.
Yeah. But it smells good. I mean, busting up, smells kind of terpy.
It does.
A little bit of, I can smell a little kush in there, Afghan, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't actually know what was in that strain, Marcel.
I would say there's some Afghan.
Have we heard from Lenny yet?
Nope.
No.
He's online, though.
Yeah, but he's always online.
Yeah. He's always online.
They're in the period break right now. He might be listening.
Well, that's pretty rude of him to listen to the show that he's supposed to be on. That's like calling in sick and then going to the beach, don't you think?
No, calling in sick and sitting across the street in the parking lot watching.
Hi, Hillary.
I don't think it'd be the same as going to the beach.
Does he call in sick and sit in front of his pharmacist? Pharmacy?
I'm pretty sure he would never call in sick to his pharmacy.
He loves that
No,
job,
Jesus Christ, man. The guy would go in sick as a dog.
He works with us all week, and then he works in his pharmacy on the weekend.
Mm.
That's the life of a business owner.
Mm.
But that's all right. He's good at it. He knows it won't be forever. That's the attitude you get. Well, these are not going to be forever.
I see they've been throwing out some dispensary cases, Al.
Yeah, here, there, and everywhere.
We just had...
shouldn't have been there in the first place.
We just had...
Well, no, it shouldn't have been, but I'm glad they got thrown out and no charges were made.
Yeah, but then they turn around and they busted Chris Denz again.
You know, we're still waiting on court for one of the staff members that was at the lounge when we got raided. Right? They just keep postponing it. And they did that with the lounge to the point where we had to close up. Paula couldn't sustain it anymore. And that's what they're doing. They're going in and shutting down dispensaries. And most of
whoever gets busted gets conditions placed on them that they can't go near the dispensary, so they can't go back to work.
Well, Chris has just had that happen to him. He can't work. He can't go anywhere near the place now. Right, Chris Enns.
Right, but he still has a grow shop. He still has the grow shop that he can go and work out of.
Oh, well, that's good for him. Yeah.
He can't be 5 meters within 5 meters of one of his dispensaries.
Yeah. But it like, is that really gonna stop? Like a cafe here in Toronto, everybody's heard about it. They are going up against the Ontario government and staying open. They put blocks in front of their stores and they moved them and opened up the next day. I've been in there. They're wonderful people. They're great, and they're informative, and they know what kind of strains they've got there, and they're willing to talk to you about it, and like as it should be. But these guys are all hiding now behind blocks that Toronto PD has put in front of their shop so that they can't operate anymore. But they are.
Which costs the city a fucking fortune.
I think $375,000 or something like that.
To put blocks in that they didn't even need to do.
And they put the blocks in and they were removed. And then they put the blocks back, and then they took them to court, and they deemed, because Buddy lives upstairs, he needs access, so they had to allow them to enter again. But they still haven't removed the blocks. So
Wow.
Buddy came and had a crew come and move the blocks out of the way on their Harvard store, and then they put a big poster up in front on the blocks that is a picture, basically a photo of the front of the store as it should look. It's actually quite ingenious.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They put basically put a banner over the block to make it look like a door.
Yep. Well, no, like the front of the store.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I've talked to them, and they're staying low key and blah 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 blah, and I understand that, but they're providing a service where the legal stores aren't, and you have to be willing to basically break the law and walk through the doors of a business that is going, fuck you, Doug Ford.
Basically, yeah.
And continuing on and fighting the fight, and I hope that when they're these guys were awarded one of the lotteries, right? And then when they found when they found out who they were, they denied them in the second round.
Oh, that's a
well,
that's
if you've been charged with a cannabis offense, you cannot be a legal cannabis
lottery holder.
But now the lottery's done, and I was on their website the other day, and they're looking for franchises. I'll go for it. Tell you, look, in Ontario, you have an 8% margin of profit. Okay.
Wow.
Once you get it into your store and you're selling it to your customers, you have an 8% profit margin. That's it. How anybody can sustain themselves, even with a lineup out their fucking door, I don't know. Right?
Yeah, well, we'll see. 2020, I think, is going to be a year of make or break for a lot of companies this year, Al.
And they've now said that they're going to allow LPs to sell direct. But the only difference is they
sell direct to who?
In Ontario, they're going to allow
to the
let me finish.
Licensed dispensaries.
Let me finish for a sec. To Ontario, they are no. I just read an article. Actually, read the article. It said that something to the effect that a LP will be able to sell directly to customers, but only after they've sold to the Ontario cannabis store first. Then they have to buy it back to sell to the customer direct.
Holy.
Why would you ever do that? Because your price is going to be higher than the retail price that Ontario Cannabis lays out.
And that's why they're doing that. I'm sure that Lenny would have something to say about it. I'm sure he knows more about it than I do.
Yeah, that won't fly. I mean, in all honesty,
I'm going to look for the article because I posted it on my forum.
Find me that article because I've never heard anything so stupid. Well, no, I have. I have.
Yes,
I read the MMPR. I mean, that was just downright retarded.
This might take me a while, so talk amongst yourselves. Oh, and while I'm going through, we can talk about stuff here. Pope Coburn lifts cannabis freeze. U.S. declares public health emergency over the coronavirus. People are actually dumping out cases of corona, Yeah. Let's see what else here.
I find that funny.
The Senate votes against calling new witnesses in the Trump impeachment trial. That's some news.
They're in there right now on the TV going on.
MedMan, the CEO of MedMan has stepped down. I think we've had them on the show, have we not?
I was trying to remember. All right, there you go.
They're closing. Here's one that you won't like, Marcel. They're closing Fillmore's.
I saw that.
Yeah, very depressing. It's a 100-year-old building, and it's I spent my debacled youth there. Oh boy, did I ever! That was probably the best party spot in the city of Toronto in the 90s. Anyways, I have not been in there in 20 or 30 years, but I'm looking. Paul Rubens wants to do another dark Pee-wee.
Yeah. What is that? Is that like him sitting in a movie theater?
Masturbating in front of a screen. We've already seen that movie, Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong wants to do a horror movie. And a service dog.
Cheech and Chong want to do a horror movie.
Yeah. I'll post the link here for you so you can.
Yeah, post me a link. I got to see how they spelled horror.
It's the proper way, not horror. He doesn't even think it would be. Come on.
How'd you say that? Horror?
Horror. Horror movie.
Sure.
A horror
Sure.
movie. A horror movie.
Horror.
A horror.
A horror movie.
That means horror.
Yeah. Stop pronouncing the H there.
Welcome to the 420 show. A bunch of people going, meh, 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 meh. All right. Let's see. A service dog got his owner through it, and the school gave the dog a degree themselves. Yeah, that's a real interesting story. Okay. This might take a while. Anybody got anything to say? Darcy?
I do. I got lots to say in my segment.
Okay, well, you start your segment now. You're early. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Oh, wow. Marcel, do you want to get into that now?
What? I'm on Facebook.
You forget already?
No, I'm on Facebook. No, I got high off of this joint. Shh. Still smoking it. It lasts forever.
Well, that's a good thing.
Okay, Tim Hortons is removing the Beyond Meat products. They are no longer selling them.
I should have never sold them in the first place.
That was a waste of fucking money and time and people. Because
they obviously didn't sell it well.
Apparently, there's something really nasty about that shit.
Okay, I want to say something.
There's going to be a new mask too.
Hamburgers.
What?
Plants aren't supposed to be hamburgers. Plants aren't supposed to be hot dogs or sausages. I know all the vegans out there right now, and all the and what's the other people?
No, seriously, hold it. It's not even a matter of offending anybody. If you're a vegetarian, go eat fucking hay and grass and stuff. Don't try and hide vegetables to make it look like meat, because all you're going to do is piss off someone like me if you give me one of them things.
I'm going to do that at a barbecue this summer.
I'll kill you.
I am too. I hope you're. I am. That's Al. You got to bring a box with you this year.
Of what?
Beyond Meat.
Beyond Meat hamburgers.
Oh God,
or the
no!
Beyond Meat hot dogs.
I don't eat that shit.
Darcy's going to get me really high and get you to feed me one of them things.
Oh no!
Just so you get beat up, but then I already know ahead of time that it's Darcy's idea. So who's going to get beat up?
Yeah.
Just
I'm hoping.
And if you sit there and say you can't hit me because I'm in a wheelchair, watch how fast you can fly.
I'm going to hit you for saying that.
Hey, Marcel.
What?
What am I looking for?
An article.
On?
Whatever the fuck it was you were looking for.
Oh, you too.
I'm trying to put like a 4-word comment on this thing, and it's taking me forever because you guys keep interrupting.
Squeezing stress balls is not as effective as punching someone in the face. study finds.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've tried both. One is
Apparently,
way more
Trump
effective.
believes that cannabis reduces the IQ score. Yeah, sure, right. And like, I'd be able to figure out how to do this shit if it was for that. Yeah, okay.
Doug Ford expects Ontario to lead the nation in pot shop locations.
There you go.
Ontario's got a really big population, so that technically they should have the most pot shops. But will they be making money?
Thanks, PJ.
Thanks, PJ.
Yeah, she just reminded me what we were talking about.
Oh, thank you, PJ. Well, now she reminded you, but did you find it?
No, not yet. No.
What is it you're looking for?
And there's going to be a new Gremlins movie in 2021. The LPs that it is reselling to blah, blah, blah.
Oh, right. LPs
Blah, blah,
being
blah,
able
blah,
to
blah.
sell direct. I could probably find it faster.
Google it.
Wait for you. Yeah.
I could probably find it faster.
It's the breathing show.
It's the breathing show.
And when did this come out?
Oh, God, I don't remember, buddy. I'm still
Like,
looking.
In 2020 or 2019?
It was within the last 2 weeks, maybe, but I'm only like 3 days away here, so.
In 2018, they said that licensed producers would get one store each in Ontario. Did that ever actually happen?
No, that didn't happen. Well, I don't know why, but maybe that's what they're talking about expanding on.
They have their own stores in Newfoundland. Tweed does. Or Canopy, I guess.
Cannabis already got their own fucking stores open, for fuck's sakes.
Aren't they? Isn't one of the LPs invested in Tokyo Smoke? Don't quote me on that.
I believe so, yes.
I thought there was something about that.
I can't find anything other than what's always been said is that LPs cannot sell direct. Instead, LPs must sell cannabis to the government-run Ontario Cannabis Retail Corporation
First,
which
and
wholesales cannabis to
then
private
they can
retailers.
sell it direct.
And they can sell it direct.
Yeah.
But the LPs can't, as the current law states.
I believe
Hey,
that's
Marcel.
changing.
What do you think of that clear shatter paper?
I'm not a fan. I prefer
I don't
parchment.
know. Is it cellulose?
Oh, probably.
Is it
I
like,
don't mind.
Is it like the cigarette paper, like the papers that are cellulose?
Yeah, like the clear ones. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same kind of material.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'm not a fan of it. Only because light degrades THC, and you can't get much more light than having it sit out directly like that.
I can't find it. And
You can't find it.
I guess we'll find out if that's what's going to happen. You know, something's got to happen.
Or it's just like speculation. Somebody come out and it's just.
Who knows, buddy? I haven't seen.
All right. Oh, I think I might have found it. Ontario farm gate stores will have to sell their cannabis to the OCS
That's the one.
and buy it back before offering it to customers.
There you go. That's the one.
Our hope is that they will adopt a sales model that resembles the wine and beer industry.
Can you put it into our chat, please?
Which chat?
On Facebook, so I can repost it.
All right, you repost.
Posty.
All right, now let me go and see what you're talking about here. Ontario's plan to allow cannabis producers to sell their product on site is already experiencing growing pains. Cannabis Act states that what I said earlier, they can only sell it to the OCS. And the retailers are only allowed to stock their shelves through purchases from the OCS. So now the government is allowing growers to open farm gate stores to sell their wares on site. It was thought that the OCS's role in the supply chain might change. So far, that has not been the case. To abide by regulations as they stand, Ontario growers must sell their marijuana to the OCS and then buy it back before selling it to its customers. It is unclear if any markups will be applied to the products during transaction, but an OCS spokesman said growers will not be required to actually send it their product. Okay, so what they're saying is you're basically going to say, all right, we're selling this to the OCS. Here's your dollar excise tax and whatever margin they want for their cut, and then they can sell it out of their own stores that way. So, but they're not actually packaging it, shipping it to OCS, and having OCS ship it back. Does that make sense?
Yep. But no.
Well,
Yep,
no, it doesn't.
but no.
Yeah, it's just, this is just so OCS can get a cut and keep the prices high. Because the OCS is not going to let these guys sell it for less than what they sell it for. Because then OCS is going to go out of business. Because everybody would just go to the actual grows.
I'm glad you found it, because I was starting to wonder.
Yeah. Darcy, I'm going to kill you.
What did I do now?
I'm going to hurt you. Because I smoked this, and this gives you a really nice buzz, but I know I'll never get another one like it.
Okay, go see what the girls are doing.
They're high. They were dabbing.
Well, go see if they smoked it yet.
Yeah. Where's my update? Damn it. Oh, my God. I have to talk to these people. I just smoked a joint, man.
I have to talk to these people.
Well,
you people.
We've had 2 dabs since then. Didn't even touch it.
You guys suck as reviewers.
We're not on the floor or nothing.
okay, so you smoked the joint and then had 2 dabs.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah. And I'm still waiting for it to kick in.
And, oh, okay. So Darcy, she's just waiting for that to kick in.
I'd like to know why the show isn't on in the background.
NCIS.
Well, okay.
Yeah. We should get out of here, though. If you can hear the show, that's like a copyright infringement. They might be all pissy about that shit.
It's all right.
It was funny. I did a video.
Nobody
years
listens
ago,
anyways.
I put the video online on YouTube, and right away it was pulled, like within hours.
I know. And I posted something about cannabis helping to induce a better orgasm on Facebook, and they fucking blocked it. They said it went against their sexual blah, 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 blah.
The reason that they pulled my video was a copyright infringement, and I had no idea what they were talking about. So I had to play the video back, turn the volume up full blast, and in the background I could hear music playing.
Oh.
And they caught that music.
When I got my first iPhone, I was coming down from Durham, and I was going over to see Al, actually, out near Belleville, and I was scooching along, and I put on Facebook Live, and I had the radio on. I didn't even get halfway there before they cut me off with that same thing.
Yeah. Wild.
Well,
shit happens.
You said it.
Hey Marcel, you want a strain? You want some Honduras landrace?
Honduras landrace?
Yeah, it looks fucking.
Not feminized?
No. It's a pure landrace.
That might be fun.
It looks funky.
Are we ready to listen to another song and then come back and do some stuff with Darcy?
Sure. Hey, have you ever heard the band Black Keys?
Yes. Do you
Would
like
you
them?
consider them as a rock band?
Alternative.
Is that what you would call it, as alternative? Or alternative rock?
Alternative rock.
What about Sheepdogs?
Classic.
Sheepdogs are classic, but Black Keys are alternative rock. Or alternative.
They came out of the alternative market, I believe, but they are very rocky. Yes, I mean they play the Black Keys on classic rock stations. They've been around for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like and it is
to me they're more of a classic rock.
A classic rock genre?
Yeah. From what I've listened. I mean, I haven't listened to a lot of them. I just started listening because they're playing concert here. And I hadn't heard of Black Keys. But I like their music. I mean, I've heard of Sheepdogs. Sheepdogs are opening for them, but
I like the Sheepdogs.
Yeah, I don't mind the Sheepdogs. But when I think this was a post that I just seen the other day that had me wondering is, would Black Keys be rock? And I think it depends on your personal definition of rock.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, it would depend on, like everybody. I mean, in Canada, we have our own version of classic rock because we have Canadian classic rock. We don't have U.S. classic rock because it's included in the whole classic rock genre. But there are songs in Canada that we have grown up and known to love as classic rock genre, i.e. The Hip and Rush and,
Right. And then there's the hard rock genre.
Yeah, which goes back and forth a lot.
That's Darcy's music.
What's that? What's my music?
The hard rock.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on it all, but lately, in the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, I've been heavy into heavy metal.
See, he likes the heavy metal.
So how about we listen to some Sheepdogs as we go away? I don't know.
Sheepdogs?
Yes. You brought it up.
Oh, Lenny, look who decided to show up.
Oh, did I just hear a voice from Hockeyland?
That's right.
Because Lenny left because it's 3-2.
Yeah.
Oh, when he's upset, you can hear it in his voice.
Left.
You can hear it in his voice. He's very upset.
9. I left a little early. It's all good.
Yeah, hey, was it a good game?
Better than last week, that's for sure.
Good.
So we're going to go listen to a song, and we'll be back with Lenny, the pharmacist. This is the 420 Radio Show. We're live here at 420radio.ca. I think Darth Vader just came in.
Darth Vader?
Powered by ADHD and fueled by cannabis.
Man, we need a car.
Never had a head, I'm gonna stop it well.
are back. Like I said, we are coming back. But you didn't believe me, did you?
We're
back.
We're back.
You were talking hard rock music when I came on. Back in black, baby.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting for them to come. They will be here. They're going to do it one last time at least. Just a matter of when. Be another geriatrics tour.
For some reason, I can see them still rocking.
Well, you know, I mean, they kept going with this whole thing with Brian Jones's hearing and stuff, and apparently he's back and ready to go, and they're coming up with a new album, and wow, you guys are just a bundle of chat today.
I'm looking at this strain, and it's an odd-looking strain.
What strain are you looking at? Start at the beginning of the story, please.
Darcy said, "Hey, do you want a landrace strain?" And he sent me the link. And it's a North Indian red stem standard.
Oh.
And it's got the whole stem is red.
Really?
Like the stalk is red. But it's a funky looking plant. It looks like a monkey tree.
It looks like a monkey tree.
It does. The monkey trees, these are these trees they had out in BC. And when you see them, you'll know that that's a monkey tree.
It's a monkey
because
tree.
It looks like monkey's arms sticking out the branches. They don't have leaves. It's like an evergreen, but it's a weird kind of an evergreen too.
I like to breed the resistancy into other strains, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'd want it for, is breeding. That's why I want to know if make sure they're regular. I'm going to find monkey tree for you. There's a monkey tree. Oh, there's all kinds of monkey trees.
You're a monkey tree.
No, it's called a monkey puzzle tree.
Wow, how many pieces does it have?
Oh, millions. It looks like a cactus. But it's a tree. So it looks like a cactus and a pine tree and a fir tree and a bit of a spruce tree all had a party.
Did you see the other one I sent you, Marcel?
Monkey tree. It looks like a porcupine tree. Looks like it looks like a spruce tree. And that's a weed?
But scroll down and you'll see how the needles are on this thing. So it's not like a spruce tree, and it's not like a pine tree or a fir tree.
Does it have a medicinal value?
No, but it's cool looking. But
That's cool looking.
But this is what this landrace strain looks like. It looks like one of those, where it's just long branches going straight out.
Okay. So it's like a
Darcy
cactus.
keeps sending me links to seeds here.
Look at this, not the Banji Haze, but the other one.
Yergum Valley?
Yeah, Banji Haze. I know someone who has that, and they're growing it right now, and I'm making sure I get a clone from it. If you're listening, I would like a clone.
This is that. Holy jeez, what a... Yeah, I'd like to have some of these. These would be cool to grow, Lenny. We should be growing some of these things. I'm gonna get Darcy. You share them in the show chat page. Yeah,
I am.
Nobody else can see these things, but
I just shared it in our chat room. The monkey puzzle tree. I just shared.
Yeah, but people can go into aceseeds.org, and they actually have landrace seeds.
I accept.
And for people who don't know what landrace seeds are, landrace strains are the strains that originally grow wild in those locations. So Durban Poison, for example, Jurgen Valley. So Jurgen Valley has a pure sativa that grows in Chemoli, Uttarakhand, North India. And that grows wild. And then you go help yourself.
Do like some Durban Poison.
Yeah, Durban Poison, Colombian Gold.
Oh, I haven't had that in years.
Pardon me?
I haven't had Colombian Gold in years.
Yeah, but it's hard to get any landrace strains now because everybody takes landrace strains to breed other strains.
Yeah. And now, are the landrace strains, would they be considered your heritage strains now?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Unless those heritage strains are crosses from landrace strains.
Okay.
Right? Because heritage basically in the seed world for a lot of them just means back several generations. But it could have been crossed a long time ago.
I see. Okay. Cool. Cool beans, man. Cool
But you can go in India, Afghanistan, go through the mountains and find plants just growing wild.
Maybe one day.
Yeah,
I'd love to go strain hunting, but I'd have to hire Sherpas.
Yeah. Speaking of strain hunters, I mean, I met Franco a few times before he passed away. Very, very like you know who I'm talking about, obviously.
Yes.
He's was very easy to listen to, and I think that's why he was so popular. Because of he talks to you like he talks to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because just like normal people.
We're just a bunch of high people tonight, man.
Yeah. That's Darcy's fault.
Why is it always? I get blamed at work. I get blamed on the radio show.
You're the fucking grower.
You made me smoke that joint.
Blame the cripple in the wheelchair. I see how it is.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you have to say?
I heard nothing from Lenny.
I was just going to say, what do you have to say this week, Lenny? What's going on with Lenny today?
Lenny sounds high.
I am high.
Good
See?
boy.
Oh, God.
I had a couple puffs of GMO before I came in.
Just a couple?
Just a couple. Don't take much of that.
I like GMO.
Lenny smokes like I drink wine.
What's that?
I said Lenny smokes like I drink wine.
A sip at a time.
That's kind of an insult to me, Darcy.
No, it's not. It doesn't take you much, Lenny. Like some stuff that's, don't take much.
No, I'll be honest. I'm not a daily. I'm a 2 to 3 times a weeker.
Yeah, see, he's 2 to 3 times a weeker.
That will change as you get older and richer.
I'm not a daily guy.
Lenny, that will change as you get older and richer.
Well, it's got nothing to do with the richer. It's got nothing to do with the supply.
Hey,
everything in moderation, Al. That's my philosophy.
Yeah, well, as you get older, your moderation becomes more.
So we're going to have an early spring this year.
Says who?
We've already started ours.
Shubenacadie Sam.
Oh, wow.
So
what did you do? Jump out 2 days early?
No. They've canceled Groundhog Day celebrations for Shubenacadie Sam because of the storm that's coming. Which basically means if there's a storm, he's not seeing the shadow, so we get an early spring.
I'm going to basically call out the rest of Canada, including us. No such thing as a storm after you've seen that shit Newfoundland got. We're all a bunch of wimps, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, huh?
All respect to the Newfoundlanders. They rock.
We had a storm like
they're
that.
way tougher.
We had a storm like that in PEI, and the kids were sliding, like skiing down the roof of their house, down the snowdrift, and then halfway up the house across the street, because all we had was drifts everywhere.
What did we get for white wand years ago? How many centimeters was that?
70 some, wasn't it? I wasn't here. I was in BC for that.
Oh,
White
really?
wand, depending on where you were, it was up over 100 centimeters.
Oh, it wasn't that fucking high.
Yeah, certain parts of the province, it was high like that.
I know, like, I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember doing my walkway, and it was probably, like, what's my wife, 5'6"? Like, it was up to her shoulders. Actually, when you actually throw the snow up there, it was like over our heads. It was pretty. It reminded me of Newfoundland.
My brother lost his house in White Wand. No, Wand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wand. The
Wand
Wand screwed up my house. White Wand was just a pain in the ass.
Oh, his house was completely flattened. They literally came in with bulldozers and bulldozed it off. It was just under construction, and they just got the roof on and the windows in. Or maybe the windows weren't in, but that nice big styrofoam was literally miles and miles and miles everywhere.
Yeah, White Wand was an issue because my wife was like 8.5 months pregnant.
Mm.
It was a bit stressful.
Yeah, I could see that. Did you lose power out there too?
White Wand. I don't know I don't think we lost power for White Wand. We just couldn't get out of our subdivision.
Yeah.
I even tried to walk out, and I was like, "Holy shit, I'll die!" So deep.
Should have started.
We were stranded for 2 days. It was about 2 days we were stranded.
Wow.
So we were a little stressed at the time.
Yeah, I could see that.
She wasn't due and wasn't having symptoms, but you just kind of freaked out. It was getting a little close.
You started thinking of all of the worst things.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, how bad could it be? You could deliver a baby.
What's that?
You could deliver a baby.
Fuck, I almost passed out when she delivered it with the doctors and the nurses.
Okay, so that's why you didn't go into medicine.
Hey, I got a question. As far as
sorry, go ahead, Al.
What is your tag after your name there, being a pharmacist?
RPHA.
And what does that stand?
RPH?
What does that stand for?
Registered pharmacist.
And how far are you away? How far away are you from being a doctor?
Like a PhD pharmacist, you mean?
Yeah.
You mean a doctor of pharmacies?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a pharmacy.
Or a medical doctor.
Medical doctor is a whole other school.
Medical doctor is another 7 years of school.
Yeah, it's what, 9 years or something like that, 10 years total?
7 years of school and then 2 or 3 years.
Isn't it like 4 years of school and like 3 years of like internship?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. The 7 years.
Then you got to go into your specialty.
If you want to do that, yeah.
If you want to
So,
specialty.
anyways, yeah, as a PhD, like, is it
PharmD?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's like a year or two booster thing. It's all entry level. Here's the problem with that stuff. So all the PharmDs out there are going to get mad at me. Well, no, they turned it in. Now when you actually graduate, you're now a PharmD in a lot of the schools. They're all going that way.
And what does that mean? A pharmacist doctor?
They call it, it's basically a PhD in pharmacy. Or a doctor of pharmacy.
A doctor of pharmacology?
Quite frankly, all they're doing is adding like an extra year to the course.
Because
I think it's a money grab, and I think it's a bit of ridiculousness, to be honest. But oh well. All the PharmDs are saying what an asshole I am, so who cares?
Pharmacists are allowed to write temporary prescriptions, correct?
Depends on your province, sir.
Oh, okay. Because I've walked into my pharmacist and they needed to renew, and the pharmacist just renewed it for me, and then because he knew that it was coming from my doctor anyways.
It's well, I don't know if he's doing it the right way or not the right way, but it depends on the province you are in. You can usually renew up to 3 to 6 months or continue care, the prescription, depending what it is.
Okay.
There's a few things now, like we can prescribe for Nova Scotia birth control now. You can actually prescribe for women's urinary tract infections.
Flu shots?
Vaccines.
Yeah. So that's why you're able to walk into a pharmacy now and say, I'd like a flu shot, and the pharmacist just does up a script for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So again, most provinces are getting pretty close to being the same, but it's a little different. Like Alberta, their pharmacists, they do a little extra, little course or a little extra training. It's got nothing to do with the PharmD thing. It's a prescriber's course. They can pretty much prescribe anything except for narcotics.
I noticed that there's the reason I'm asking is because I walked past a pharmacy in a superstore.
Yeah.
And they had a consultation room, and they had an examination room, and I mean it was like a little doctor's office right there in the middle of the store.
Yeah.
So we have a Walmart with one of those.
All pharmacies have to, because you have to have a private room to do the injection.
Oh, so that's why they have the private room now.
That's why they all have them, and they can definitely do consultations, but
yeah, you don't really want to walk out in the middle of the frozen aisle and go, just a second, Barbara. Here.
Yeah. Pretty much all pharmacies have that now.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh. Just drop your pants so we can get this shot in.
The weird and wacky world of pharmacies. This morning I woke up really early. I couldn't sleep, and I started watching how it's made videos, and I watched a documentary on Coca-Cola.
Oh,
and
pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and of course it goes from there, right? And you fall into YouTube and end up watching, 15 or 20 how it's made. But it was interesting.
But pharmacies still can't give you cannabis, unfortunately.
You think that's going to change? Well, actually, they can. Shoppers is doing it.
No, that's bullshit. Don't listen to that crap. Just mail in. Because there's like any other LP, it's a mail service.
I guess they don't even actually touch the stuff at that level.
No. Really, they don't. I don't know if they set up a wholesaler or are they just redirecting it from Canopy or whoever's registered there. I don't know what they're doing, but it's not at the actual shoppers.
So is that something that you guys are going to do once you're allowed to?
Pharmacies?
No, I want Lenny's Pharmacy to be able to do compounding.
That is interesting.
I would like doctors to be able to contact a compounding pharmacist, say, I would like you to do up a batch of this strength with this added to it.
Be great.
It would be ideal.
Are there things that you can do that with now already that cannabis related?
I do.
I can't.
I have.
Legally, I can't.
I have for years. That's my daily medicine. My medicine is cannabis and vitamin D. So I add vitamin D to my cannabis and then to my carrier, and that's my capsules every day. And I would do that for all MS patients. For cancer patients, I would add different ingredients.
What I would like to see
people with some mobility issues, I would add things like low-dose naltrexone. But then I need a pharmacist.
What I want in Canada is not just what Marcel's talking about, but we have these caps of 10 milligram dosing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work with the system or expand the system that Canada created, so don't everyone jump on me, but that's where I'd like people to be able to get the 20, the 30, the 50 milligram capsule through a pharmacy, be it compounded or supplied from an LP.
Well, you can do that with natural stuff already. Why not with cannabis?
Yeah, exactly. Cannabis should go in the same way. But that's where I'd like.
Let me ask you something.
To get the strong stuff.
Are there natural products out there that have the same weight as cannabis would, that have no restrictions on it at all?
What do you mean
the same weight?
That would help you in the same manner.
Actually, I'm going to give a little plug for my pharmacy because there is kind of a product out there.
All right.
It's called PEA. It's palmitil ethanolamine. It is actually an endocannabinoid.
I've never heard of it.
You
And
have
it
my
does
interest peaked.
If you look at one of my favorite supplement companies in Canada, AOR, wink wink. Slight friends of
We hear about AOR daily, you know.
Yeah, AOR is a friend of Trail Canada, so let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And anyhow, they actually created PEA. They're not created, but they're one of the providers of PEA. And it's 3 times a day, and it's used for neuropathic pain and inflammation.
Well, I think I'd like to try that. Wink, wink.
Well, I actually,
ironically,
have a sample bottle on me.
Oh, no.
Remember my lunch yesterday?
Oh, yes. So that's what it was about. New products. Cool. So
that was the wink wink, by the way. I had to slip out for lunch yesterday.
So,
I'll expect a sample, Lenny.
Yes, I'd like to try that.
But they actually just created a new enhanced formula.
I'll try that one.
It's called Peak Pain, and it's now PEA, Boswellia. Fuck, I can't remember the other ingredient, but they got 3 painkillers in it now.
Why don't you ask them to come on the show and talk about it after they've sent us all a bottle?
I don't know if they will or not. I can get you a bottle, that's for sure. That's no problem. I don't know if I can get Traj on there, the owner.
Ask. That's all you can do is ask.
I can ask him.
Say, hey, Traj, come and sit and talk to us about your pee.
Smart man. Very, very, very smart man. I wouldn't say he's a pro cannabis guy. Definitely a pro CBD. Endocannabinoid guy.
We can change him on that whole CBD thing.
Wait. How can you not be pro cannabis if you're into CBDs? Hello?
Well, I shouldn't. How about THC? I don't think he follows. He's not sure about THC yet. How about that?
You know, one day,
he's not against it.
Many moons ago, it was all about the pot. It was all about the joint you were smoking. Now it's this and that, and it's really fucking weird, I tell you.
Actually, I had a really cool thing I read on CBD today. That was interesting.
Take it on, Maduff.
There's a little moiety on the CBD molecule that is actually very, very similar to valproic acid. And that is one of the theories why CBD may be anti-epileptic.
Keep going.
No, that was it. I just thought it was really cool. It was like E2 valproate. It's a little sticks off the CBD molecule. It almost looked exactly like valproic acid.
Wow.
And it
anyway,
sticks
I just thought it was
off
really
the
cool.
CBD molecule.
It's one of the little branches off the CBD molecules. It looks a little bit like valproic acid.
You just made my noggin go fuzzy.
Maybe it's only cool to me. I don't know. I thought it was cool. You guys are like, yeah, you're fucking boring.
Well, to some people, we do read some boring shit.
Oh, everything I was reading the other day was boring shit.
I like learning
but
shit.
It's interesting because we can understand it. So that's the only difference.
If I'm paying attention, I can understand it.
Yeah.
See, I'm more like I always want to know why something works. Not that it just works. I just like to know why.
I wanted to know why CBD isolate didn't work, and then I read a nice study, and I still don't know why it doesn't work, but I know why or how to make it work.
But what do you say to the people out there that say CBD does work?
Beep, beep.
It does. It does work.
It does. It has some isolate. CBD isolate does have some benefit, but it's a matter of dosage on it more than anything.
You got to use more of it, but it's the same thing with synthetic.
But then you have that bell curve that happens.
It just stops.
Yeah. Holy crap, look at this. Guys, you have no idea how well I'm being treated. I just got a whole plate of pepperoni, cheese, and crackers, and a glass of scotch and ice.
They must have liked the strain.
Meant to stay in here for the night.
they like the strain. Here you go, Dad.
Oh, now I don't know which cheese is which.
It's all good.
Oh, gosh. No, I stopped at Masstown on the way home. Oh, that's good. If you like sharp cheddar cheese, Red Fox. It's unreal.
He was a little sharp, wasn't he?
Yeah, kind of like. Well, they also have a White Fox. I'm assuming that's the Red Fox.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
It is funky, but it's different.
It's sharp.
It's very fucking sharp.
Wow.
Isn't that something? You only need a little piece, man.
That is excellent.
It's almost like that blue cheese that I ate that day, remember? It's not that bad, though.
Oh, no. This wouldn't make me puke.
This would make me puke.
I got to tell you, this was hilarious. Decided I was going to make some hamburgers. Chrissy says, well, we should dress them up. Why don't you do some with blue cheese? I said, sure, if you want. So, got a small package of blue cheese. Bring it home. She goes, I really like blue cheese. I said, all right, fine. So she goes and takes and cuts a corner off the blue cheese. And it was probably less than a teaspoon worth of blue cheese, and off she goes with it. And I make the hamburgers, and as I'm getting ready to put the blue cheese on the burgers, I know I'm not putting much on
blue cheese
mine. All of a sudden, all I hear from her is, don't put too much of that cheese on mine. She said, I think I've had too much. She said, I just threw up in my mouth. So now she won't eat blue cheese anymore because it's rather disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like blue cheese at all. It looks like...
well, I mean, it's moldy cheese.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But I stopped on the way home and decided I'd get some nice cheese, and I wanted to try this Red Fox cheese because the guy was telling me how sharp it actually was, and it's amazingly sharp.
I had a smoked meat sandwich.
Oh, good.
I got a Montreal smoked meat sandwich with cheese on it, and they said, what kind of cheese? Gouda. I said, all right. My sister looked at me and went, Gouda? You don't eat that shit. I was like, no, but trying something new. And it was really, really good. It was much more sharper than with mozzarella, for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm
trying... Smoked meat sandwich? You don't put cheese on smoked meat sandwich, do you?
Oh, well, Reuben sandwich has cheese on it.
Okay.
Right? So I basically had a Reuben without the other crap on it, right?
Reuben has provolone, doesn't it?
It was provolone. Sorry.
Yeah.
It was provolone.
Yeah, provolone.
Yeah, it was provolone. Yeah.
Which is really good on a Reuben. With a little bit of sauerkraut
what it was.
in there.
But my sister thought it was weird that I was not getting cheddar or mozzarella, because really that's all I eat. Cheddar, mozzarella, and cottage cheese. That's it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I can't even do real cheese anymore.
Oh, you eat cottage cheese?
I love cottage cheese, yeah. With noodles, with pasta. Oh, butter, salt, pasta, cottage cheese. Oh, my grandmother used to make it for me. It's called Luction.
Yeah, no, I'll pass.
Okay.
All right, where's Darcy at?
Don't know. He's gone for a nap or to make a dinner.
Wake up, Darcy.
Marcel, I'm here. I'm listening loud and clear.
I want to fight now.
I wouldn't say loud and clear.
I want to fight now.
You want to fight now? But I don't feel like I'm not in a fight mood anymore, Marcel.
Oh, too bad. Come on.
Too bad.
It's your little growth segment. You go ahead. Let's talk about F's and S's and
F's and S's.
Yes.
Okay, Marcel. Here we go.
Do your spiel. Do your spiel, and then we'll have a discussion.
No spiel. I just
have a spiel on what all of these mean. Okay.
I do, but I want people to know why you said let's fight.
No, we'll fight afterwards. People that are looking for strains and see seeds and things like that, all right, and they see in the seeds such and such IBL, and they have no idea what IBL is, or they see an F1 or an F2 or an S1 or S2. Explain what those are.
F1 is between 1 and 2 on your keyboard.
Oh God, Al. No, it's not quite that. What they basically all are it's understanding breeding, and when you understand breeding, you have to have a fundamental understanding of this. And what this is 1 second here.
Because you got high.
Yeah, no, I was just getting a drink. My throat was getting dry. What it all is seeds are like people. And when you have a kid, some genetics of you go in the kid and some genetics of the father go in the kid. Well, with genetics and plants, it's the same thing, especially cannabis strains. So if you were to breed 2 cannabis strains together, like a White Widow and a Northern Lights, you'd have a new strain that would come out of that. That strain, Widow. You could be, yeah, and you could call that Northern Widow would be an F1 genetic. That F1 genetic takes traits of both parents, but it'll also show traits of either one parent or the other. Now, what me and Marcel were fighting about earlier was I was reading an article earlier that said F1 seeds are the most stable and they grow the fastest and produce the largest yields out of all the F genetics. The further you go on in the F genetics, you get into basically your IBL strains, because then it just makes it more interbred.
Question.
The way
Question
I do,
for you?
the way that I do. What's that, Al?
What does the F stand for?
1 second here. Oh, right off the top of my head, Al. Finial, is it, Marcel? Finial.
And what does that mean?
It's like the first family.
Okay.
All right. So then,
to the president?
To the president.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you a little blurb from the article I was reading earlier, where Marcel had an issue with it, and I didn't say that I agree with it, but I didn't say I disagree with it because I didn't finish reading the article.
But you told me I was wrong.
Well, no, I didn't tell you were wrong.
No, you did.
I didn't.
That was the whole point of the argument.
You were wrong.
Where Darcy asked me what the most stable of the F genetics, what number would be the most stable? And I said 3s and 4s. And his response was, no, you're wrong. It's 1.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my argument is that stability is going to happen in later generations, because after you do your first F1 and you have your F1 grown and you throw your F1 seeds out, you're phenotype hunting. And you're trying to find the pheno that you want so you can create an F2. And then that F2, you may still be doing some pheno huntings, but by the time you're F3, F4, you're not pheno hunting anymore because you've dialed into that particular strain.
All depending though when you're on your pheno hunting, because you may take that F2 strain that you find and just clone only strain that from.
Right. Yes. You could clone only from your F1s if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's like the cookie family, Mars.
Yeah.
What's your definition of stability?
Stability would be that every generation of the plant or every seed from
comes out
that
very
batch
similar.
of seeds would come out very similar to that same phenotype that was hunted
Almost
for.
like an identical
Yeah, so it's
twin.
not F1. I agree with Marcel. This is just
No.
simple genetics and training. Yeah, you're wrong, Darcy.
Exactly.
It's
No,
not
exactly,
Darcy's
and that's
wrong.
what I was
It's the
trying to tell
article
him.
that Darcy was reading is wrong.
All right, the article's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Which is awful funny, Lenny, because the picture on the article is Master Yoda.
Yeah.
Well, Master Yoda's wrong.
Yoda may know the Force, but I don't think Yoda can grow fucking pot.
Yeah. Not with that kind of logic, anyways.
No. Before I did this pharmacy degree, I did get a biology degree. So
Yeah.
Marcel's
I was
makes more sense.
So you've got a degree in biology as well.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm a smart dude.
Darcy, what degree do you have?
None. Life.
Okay, so you've learned, you're self-taught.
Yes.
Just
nothing wrong with that.
from experience.
I got some stupid piece of paper.
Everything I've learned in my lifetime, other than photography, I studied commercial photography, is self-taught. All the computer shit that I do, all this radio shit, it's all self-taught.
I can't say that. I mean, a lot of what I've done is self-taught, but I mean, I got accredited through McGill for cannabis.
Did you? You took that course, did you?
I started them. I've done all 4 levels. So I've been accredited through McGill's, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years now.
Do they still offer that?
But I've also been trained as a photographer, but I've also been trained as a sniper. So I'm one of those course-hungry people. I like going and learning shit all the time.
Me too. I watch a lot of documentaries. A lot of documentaries, actually.
Well, the world is different. Like the internet and like YouTube, and there's a lot of shit out there. People can get access.
You know, I'm one of those. I was one of those kids that if I was walking along the road and somebody was rebuilding their porch, I would stand there until I had to go home for dinner, and then I'd go back and watch what they were doing, kind of thing, on a Saturday, right? And
you obviously weren't one of us, because people love me and my brothers and my father, because if they've got a job to do, they just invite us to come watch, because they know within 5 minutes we'll be in there doing
start helping.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, I would end up learning and helping and stuff like that. It was always, you know, I've always been a hands-on learner, and academics.
See, I can do both.
I can't do the academics. I don't have the attention span. But you give me a camera and say, go learn how to use it, or go make a picture in a dark room, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can do that too.
It's not that academia is hard, but you got to be motivated. That's a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I mean, I did the neuropharmacology. If you want a fun course, go take MIT's neuropharmacology, because it's an online course. You can do it yourself at your own leisure, but it is the most boring course you're ever going to take. But I stuck it through, and it was totally useless to what I needed, so I basically forgot it all. Rather than I know how to screw up serotonin, make it work better.
How? Well, give me your theory.
Mushrooms.
And how does the mushroom make serotonin work better?
It actually helps produce serotonin. This is why it's working so well for depression and anxiety in all of these case studies that they're doing. Because
I'd like to see the mechanism of that. Now, there's all kinds of things that actually enhance serotonin production.
Yeah.
Vitamin B6 and magnesium do that, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but it seems to be working extremely well in the studies that they're doing right now with magic mushrooms.
Oh no, there's definitely lots of that. Actually, technically, ecstasy and Molly are probably
Even
Or-
better.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
natural.
Warheads.
though. They're not.
They're
natural.
what?
They're not natural, right?
They're
no,
not natural.
but I'm just saying there's actually more evidence to support those for depression.
Mm-hmm.
Ketamine's actually been used.
I used to use ketamine for tranquilizing dogs.
Yeah, but they do a 1 IV infusion. Dr. Daniel Amen's clinics in the States have done work on this. And 1 infusion, and they put you under, and then your depression's gone for 6 months.
I think if I was the ayahuasca, I'd walk.
Yeah, I did that. I think I'd rather the ayahuasca one too. The
No,
only
really
thing
though.
is you got to go. You got to do it right. You've got to go to
Into the Peruvian rainforest.
Yeah, into the forest, meet with the shaman, and
Get
spend your
drunk.
weekend.
You get
weekend.
malaria, but at least you fix your depression.
Get malaria.
No, but it's not just that.
I'm just
It's
fucking
not
with
just that. There's people that have gone down with addictions to heroin and have gone
you.
through the
I've heard that.
ayahuasca
I've heard
treatment
that too, yeah. No, I've heard
and
that.
come back without any addiction. So I mean, it can fix a lot. It's basically
You know
the
what,
same idea as mushrooms.
And that makes sense because mushrooms mushroom, like I have a half a top maybe once every 3-4 days these days, and it's working. And that's less than even, I think that's probably a 0.1 maybe or so, I guess. But it's working better than the 0.2 caps that I was taking, and I'm not getting panicky and I'm not getting angry into it, I'm finding. But my point is, it's lasting longer, it seems.
Well, that's good.
Right.
Well, speaking of mushrooms, the Goop Lab with Gwyneth Paltrow on Netflix. The very first episode is them, their staff taking magic mushroom trips in Jamaica.
I'm going to watch it as soon as we're done here.
I think I'm going to go throw that on too.
I think I'm going to watch it as well.
Why don't we all put it on right now while we're doing the show?
I'm being the outsider.
Why?
I'm kidding.
Fuck you, Darcy.
Because I want to be.
Well, why? How come you don't want to play?
He wants to go finish his poop that we didn't let him have earlier.
Yeah. Do you realize I'm still holding that in there?
Yeah, right. Probably took us to the bathroom with him.
So what was that called, Lenny? I'm going to look
It's Netflix.
Yes, I'm going there now.
The Goop Lab with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, she's the hostess, is she?
Yeah, Goop is some crazy magazine or something she's been writing for years, or blog or something like that. Like some pretty whack shit usually. I hear.
Goop Lab.
Like she is. I may be throwing her on the bus. Was she an anti-vaccinator person?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I may have. I apologize, Gwyneth Paltrow, if you're not, and maybe I threw you under the bus. I can't remember.
She makes a candle that smells like her pussy.
Wait, why?
Yeah, she does stuff like she's all into this weird shit. I remember there's something about putting rocks up.
Some of the okay. So the first one is
I want to go back to the anti-vaxxer for her.
The healing
Why?
trip, cold comfort, and
I just don't know
pleasure
if
is
she is or
ours.
But what's the matter?
I'm not getting into it because the anti-vaxxers take a lot of heat.
The anti-vaxxers make a lot of heat.
They take a lot of heat.
Would you say you were an anti-vaxxer or a pro-vaxxer?
I'm a pro-vaxxer. I'll be honest, the only one that I'm not 1,000% convinced is the flu one. I take it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I know.
I
It's kind
saw
of a weird
that.
thing, just because it morphs all the time. It's always a little tricky. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the mic on the anti-vaccine movement right here. It's called polio, motherfuckers. It's gone.
Now, so you have teenage daughters.
I'm not saying there's no potential adverse effects. Don't get me wrong, but risk versus benefit for the world. You don't want polio.
No, you don't. And the polio vaccine, I'm all for. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
you
all
know what
for.
I mean.
I'm all for some of the vaccines, but we had to pick the vaccines. We get to pick the vaccines here.
Yeah.
So I picked which vaccines that she was getting and which ones she wasn't. So my question for you is, as a father of a teenage daughter now.
Yeah.
What about Gardasil? Because that was in
my
their
kids will
vaccine
get-
options.
It gets tricky, right? It's hard. The new ones, they don't have the data as much as the other ones. But no, my kids will probably get that.
My attitude was, if the inventor of Gardasil comes out and publicly states that nobody should ever have this vaccine, that would be a good indicator to me to not let my kid have it. And when they start turning around and saying that it's also recommended for boys, I then start having issues, right? So this is why I said no to Gardasil for sure. Because obviously it's not needed.
Yeah. So what you're saying is this: it's not anti-vaccines. It's each one should be evaluated. It should be evaluated individually. So yes. So when people start saying I'm anti-vaccine, right off the get-go, you're kind of stupid. So which one? If you just say all of them, you're a moron.
Right. Polio vaccine is a needed vaccine, and if you don't believe me, check out Northern India, because they've got polio outbreaks all the friggin' time.
Yeah. MMR, listen, measles, mumps, and rubella. Like, come on. That's been around forever. That fucker works, people. Come on. Don't argue with me. It works.
That one's proven not to do things. The problem is coming out with all the new ones. And the fact that they've got like 30 vaccines before a kid is 6 months old.
Oh, I'm not too concerned with that.
I am.
I'm not. No, the body can handle it.
Because
the body can handle it.
Yeah, until you have higher incidences of autism.
Yeah, that one's still tricky though, right? But also,
it is. It's very tricky.
To blame it just on vaccines is tricky because you also have fucking more cars and pollution in the air. You got fucking
more chemicals in your food chain.
More dirty fish, more dirty this, more fucking hormones in the goddamn beef. It's hard.
Right.
It's so hard. I'm not saying it's not, but it's so hard. Cause and effect is a real hard thing to prove, man.
Cause and effect.
Well, yeah.
But you're right. It's like there's certain things. Do you really need it?
Right.
Hard to say.
I look at... So my argument with the flu vaccine has always been the same argument from day one, other than I know how it's developed and how they select that vaccine. That one is a 50-50.
But they claim there's herd immunity, and they claim it still gives you benefit if it's the wrong strain, and there's probably something to it.
Right. My issue's always been the mercury. Why is there mercury in it?
That is weird, and I've never actually had a pharmaceutical company explain that. One would think, why can they not remove it?
Right.
But
there's no need for that mercury.
Thermosol, I know it's the ingredient everyone's talking about. Mind you, it is minute. It is definitely less. There's probably more in the piece of salmon you probably fucking ate, but it's still in there.
All right. I know, because your wife and I had that conversation on flu vaccination day.
No, the tricky part with the flu shot to me, it is a guess every year. They guess what's coming.
Yeah. And they guessed wrong this year because they got both strains of flu.
So let me ask you, what do you think they're going to do with this coronavirus? Do you think they're going to come up with something pretty quick, or?
They'll probably try to come up with a vaccine real fast. Yeah.
It just depends.
It's all you can do, man. Like, really, is protect yourself, wash your hands, and for the love of God, if anyone's going on a plane, put on a fucking face mask for the next little bit.
I'm expecting to see sales on Scott Air Packs soon. That's what I want.
was going to say, like, Perel's going to go through the fucking roof.
I don't even care about that shit. Like, because I think that stuff creates resistance. You want to know the truth?
Okay.
Like soap and water. Like, just don't get me wrong. But if you're going on a cockpit, if you're going on that plane, and there's people fucking coughing everywhere, at least wear a mask until this outbreak's over.
I'm not planning on going on a plane anywhere.
No, but if you had to, unfortunately, many of us have to travel.
Yes.
Yep.
I would be putting the goddamn face mask on. Don't be embarrassed.
Even coming here to Toronto, you would do that at this point?
Well, while there's a current outbreak of something, yeah.
Wow.
Let me see if I can go find my map, see what's going on in the world, because this map is amazing.
Do you sell them at
Specifically a
your
respiratory infection? I should clarify that too, Al. Like, we know this is a respiratory transfer, so I would put a mask on going.
You
in
sell the
airplane.
masks that work at your shop?
I think any mask would work. I know they try to make the N95 all so special, but I have them anyway.
That's the one with the little breather holes.
Whoa!
What's that? N95 is just a little bit more higher degree.
Oh, okay.
Penetration.
What are you woeing about there, Marcel? Did a horse come by?
Is there a case
He woed himself.
Coronavirus
He
in Amherst?
woed himself right off the globe there.
No, I just hit the global incidence map, and
they still got that outbreak.
No, it's all lit up through southern Ontario, right down the whole eastern seaboard of the U.S. Yeah. But it's all bomb incidents, explosives, hoax devices.
Oh, really?
What?
And I don't know what's going on.
Are you on?
This is global incidence map. So I got to find the
I'll tell you.
Ontario Aviation.
If you want to look at the worst, most buzzkill fucking webpage on the planet, go to Marcel's page right now.
I want to go to the what?
The biggest buzzkill webpage on the planet. Go to that page.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dengue. There's a lot of dengue fever going on in the world right now.
Yeah, wicked, awesome, great to know.
Yeah,
great to know. Hey, especially down where you're going, Lenny.
Where am I going?
On the 20th. Don't you have to fly away here soon?
Bermuda.
Yeah, well, there's dengue fever down that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Bermuda? Oh, hang
or
on.
no,
I'll tell you what's going on in Bermuda.
Which Caribbean island down there was it, Marcel?
Oh, Dominican Republic that's got dengue.
Yeah, Dominican. That was it.
Yeah, I was just there. I was there in November. Not going back for a while.
Trinidad Tobago is going through swine flu.
I had that before. I won't go with that one.
I
think I'm immune now.
Dengue in Colombia. Dengue in Honduras. Spinal meningitis in Texas. Well, no, bacterial meningitis. That's always a good one.
Meningitis is meningitis.
Coronavirus.
Don't go and dump out all that beer.
Well, what's this one?
I know.
There are actually people doing it.
Why didn't they call it the Wuhan? Why didn't they call it the Wuhan virus anyway?
That would make more sense than coronavirus.
I think so.
Because it came out of Wuhan, but monkeypox in England. Swine fever.
They needed a name. They looked over the table and said Corona. I wonder if their
about your case.
I wonder if their stocks have been affected at all.
Polio all over Pakistan.
Well, we found out today, Al. We found out today. Me and Marcel did that. Wish's warehouses in Wuhan.
Cool.
Think of you open your package from Wish and you get your 50-cent cell phone case and coronavirus.
Thank you, Wish.
Was it really worth the savings?
Was it really worth the savings? Yeah, really though.
Simpsons did that years ago, wasn't it? Simpsons or Family Guy?
What's that?
Opened the box from China, and it was a flu or a disease
I think
or whatever.
I think it was an old Simpsons episode. I think I remember that one.
They called that one on this one then.
So, guys, guess what? It's time to wrap up.
Hey, we should wrap up and let these nice people go home.
I feel like I just got here.
Yeah, you did just get here.
I want to go watch this show you told me about.
I know. Actually, let's hang up. We can all watch Goop.
We're gonna go watch Gwyneth Paltrow on her new show, and we'll be here next week. We'll tell you about it. How's that?
If we remember.
If we remember. I'm gonna make notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You do
Chips, pop, burgers, cherry chocolates, Do you have cherry chocolates at your store, Lenny?
I don't sell candy at my pharmacy.
You what?
No, I'm a health only, sir.
Really? No gum? No gum, no
Lenny?
nothing. Huh.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
He does sell chocolate at a store, but it's for charity.
Oh, that don't count. I don't get it.
That's not him selling it. He's not getting any money off of that.
Some Gary asked me if I could put that bar thing up there. I let him have it.
Yeah, but that's the only chocolate you'll find in the store.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't even know what charity that's for, to be honest.
Al?
Yo.
The medicine shops are exactly that. They're pharmacies. They're not department stores. It's not like going to Shoppers.
In pharmacies here, even little pharmacies, they have chocolate, they have candy, they have everything.
Not the medicine shops.
That's not a real pharmacy.
Okay.
The medicine shops have no junk food.
Wow.
Candy is not medicine.
It can be. It's got cannabinoids in it. Chocolate.
Oh,
Nope.
We had this debate last week, didn't we?
That's not medicine.
And on that note,
That's when I get high.
let's say good night.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. I got some
Peace,
Royal
hippie
Royal
shit, all
Kush.
that other stuff.
I got some Royal
Goop
Kush
Lab.
loaded up, Bud Buddy, and we will be here next week. Good night, guys.
Night.
Have a good one.
Goop Lab.
Goop Lab.
This is Bubbles from the trailer park, and they're playing some fucking excellent music on lifestyleradio.ca. I hope I didn't sound too nervous there.
Please hang up and try again.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
I calls up buddy, hey yo, I need some more green again. QP and D's again, no seeds and keep the stem. I wanna get blazed like I was 14 again. Wait patiently, grab my bongs and start cleaning them. I anticipate, where's my cash, get it straight. Got a scale, check the weight, better be no fucking shake. Or have no funny taste, for my money's sake. Look buddy, wait, I should get a break. The shit you said was grade A, it's straight hay. For the money that I pay, you should roll me up a J. He said that's all she wrote. We laughed and had a toke. He got his cash and hit the road. I got my stash, I'm good to go.
You got some Bud Buddy. I need some Bud Buddy. I got some money. If you got Bud Buddy, Bud Buddy, Bud Buddy. I need some Bud Buddy. I got some money. If you got Bud Buddy, Bud Buddy. Since 300 BC, it's been used by all men. Marijuana is a cultural medicine. Don't you believe all the things that you hear? For ganja is coming, yes, Jah is coming. Times have changed from buying a dime at a time and trying to get high with 2 spliffs with 6 guys. Nowadays a joint barely gets me by, cause I'm smoking with Mary Jane on the daily. Usually pay my respects on time, but somehow it just seems to slip my mind. I need to see the man cause it's Friday night and I can't get my head straight, can't get my head straight. Call up buddy, telephone is ringing. I'm getting nervous, hear the fat lady singing. About to hang up, call it quits for the night. Then I hear, and I say, hey there guy, you got some Bud Buddy.
So what are you doing? Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those